What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're on the 01 Prius again, and today we're going to be doing the strut on this thing. The driver's side strut, get all these spider webs off here, is making a lot of noise up in here, and I don't know if it's the spring or the shock itself, so we just got a whole new strut assembly. See, it's right there in that box. Toyota only sells them shock portion, and he wanted to go ahead and just do the entire strut. So we are under here, and first thing we want to do is take this nut right here off, and I don't know what size that is. Let's see, I'm gonna say a 17. Let's see. Was I right? I was right. So 17 on that. You may have to use a wrench, and with an Allen head. That is probably like a 6 or 7 millimeter in the middle, but we're going to see if we can get that off without doing it. Sometimes whenever it's still in the car like this, you can take it off and it will kind of kick it down a little bit, and it'll allow it to bind up enough for you to get it off. Actually, I have my impact right here, and we have a 17 right there. If you have an impact, I would say go ahead and use it. I'm moving y'all all around because I'm holding y'all while I'm doing this. There we go. Yeah, that took it off. Now these right here, these cross bolts, those are 19s. I say 17s, but they're 19s. But that's 21. Sorry, got to grab the 19 out. But there you go. Those are 19s, and we have a 19 wrench that we'll hold the opposite side with. So let me see if I can show you all this. I'll have to set y'all up. My Milwaukee died, so I'm using the shop's Cobalt, which, to be honest, I'm a little surprised at how well this thing works. It works extremely well, and they've had it for a while. So if you want, looking for good, decent, and cheap impact, this may not be a bad option for you. Come on, get on there. At this point, I may have to, I don't know if it'll come out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use the impact to try to zip it out. There's that. And now, just kind of kick those aside, and there's a bolt right there. That's probably 14, and that's going to be a 10. Take those two off, and after you take those two off, we'll go up to the top. We do have to take the windshield wiper arm on the driver's side off and pull up the cover so you can get to the nuts that mount this to the body. But I'm going to zip these off real quick. Like I said, 14 and a 10. We're up top now, and we're going to have to pull this arm right here off, and there's a Phillips head down inside there, and then you can pull this back. There should be like these little tabs in here. The front one doesn't have it, but there's gonna be these little tabs that just go down in there, and if you have small enough hands, you could probably get your hands underneath there, but my hands are not small enough. A lot of times it's just pop off pretty easy, just like that. And if I remember correctly, these are 14s. They're normally not too tight. Take that off. I'll set y'all up so you can see this. Sometimes you can wiggle them and they'll pop up. Take the Phillips head out. Grab her. Sit this where I can't drop it. know what, I'm gonna have to take this other arm off too, just so I can unhinge it over there. Because on the newer models they have this little piece you can take off and you can pull it back. So I'm gonna pull this one off as well. And yes, this is a little bit of an odd arm if you've never taken these off. There's that. I can get my hand underneath here. It came off a lot easier that way. Here you go. You can see your mountain bolts right there. I'm going to try to get all of this out. I might even get a shop vac and kind of vacuum that out. I believe those are 12s. Let me grab a 12 real quick and see if that's the case. Yes, these are 12s. I'm underneath and, oh, never mind. Well, I was gonna say I was underneath and I'm gonna try to take this out, but it kicked to the side a little bit. But she came right out. I did take out the wheel speed sensor just so I wouldn't be pressing up against it. And you can see how easy these move. Even the brand new one does this. It does move real easy. But I don't know what was making the noise on it, but we did hear the noise. But you can see how easy that one spins too. It's just like the old one. So it's not loose or anything. But if you wanted to recheck the torque, you can do it in there. I think the torque specs on that right there was 40 on that. I think the torque specs on these nuts are 37. But I'm going to double check that just to be safe. I do know the big ones on the bottom are 113. But I did find that there is a hole in the boot right there. So I'm going to show this to the owner of the dealership and see if he wants to do it while we're in here. So, I mean, we'll just combine this whole video into one. So we're going to hold off on that. So for right now, for one, they don't have them in stock, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw this back together, and there may be another video on this in the future for y'all, so we can show y'all how to change the axle just by itself. But I'm going to go ahead and put this strut in and go ahead and start hand tightening the bolts. Now the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to hold it with one hand, like this hand, stick it up underneath there, line it up, and then I'm going to put the bolts on with my left hand. It's gonna be a little hard for me to show y'all, but I'll try to set y'all up. Plus I need to find out which way this goes. So it looks like the long end goes towards the front of the car. Get started. Alright, I got these two torqued, and I just used a universal right here to get to this back one, and the torque spec is 29 on these upper. It's the same thing as the Celicas and the Echoes. And I think you can even get in here a little bit if you move it. Come on. The studs stick out a little bit further on this one. So, there we go. Alright. Now we can go to the bottom and we can start putting this all back together down there. So I'm going to go ahead and put this through here, and then I'm going to get another jack to put underneath the control arm and jack it up so we can line up this sway bar and link. But first off, I'm going to get one of these and line her up. Wrench and tighten them up a little bit until they start turning. I'm going to torque them down in just a second. Like I said, they torque to 113. Turn my torque wrench on. The bottom one got to 115, top one got to about 118. So a little bit over, but it should be fine. Alright, I got this pry bar underneath here, and you can see how I'm prying down on it. And we're going to get it to where we will line up that. And it's hard to do this one-handed. Let me show y'all. So just using the pretty much the frame mount, prying down, and I got it in. See right there? And I'm just gonna put the nut back on it. Now I can, after I do this, torque it down. This right here torques down to 45 foot-pounds, and then after I torque that down, we'll go up the top and I'll show you how to put on the windshield wipers. Alright, now we're going to stick this stuff back in, and remember it goes under the windshield, the little tabs do. Alright, here's that one. I'm going to put in the Phillips head to help hold it down. Right. Phillips head is in. Snap all these little plastic clips back down. We're going to start off with the passenger side, and you can move these, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. Hold it down on the front while you start the nuts, because it will try to pop up on you. I'm just going to tighten them down. I didn't see a torque spec for this, so just don't go crazy on these. Driver's side. Just kind of put it back where you think it should go. Hold it down till you get it to bottom out, finger tight. You can hold it while you tighten it down. Put your little cover back on. And there we go. That is a job well done. One thing I got left to do is put the tire back on, but I think tire torques to 85 on this one, so it doesn't torque to a lot. But we got everything back on. We got the speed sensor that just torques to probably about 5 or 6 foot-pounds on this little piece right here, and these you can just go hand tight, don't go crazy on none of that. But torque specs are 30 up here on the upper bolts, 113 right here, 45 I believe. Let's see, 40 or 45, I'll look again. Then just probably like 5 or 6 foot-pounds, and then just hand tight on the rest of the stuff. Just don't go crazy. But that is pretty much it. Y'all got any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comment section. I get to them as soon as possible. If you enjoyed the video, hit all the buttons, like, subscribe, notification bell if you haven't done so. And thank you to all my subscribers and Patreons and members and all that stuff. And y'all remember, torque is tight. Y'all have a great day.